For 110 years, we've been building. Bridges over bays, arenas above cities, refineries along the Gulf, stadiums, chemical plants, energy terminals. The infrastructure this country runs on didn't build itself. Every column set, every beam lifted, every structure that stands too heavy for ordinary hands, someone had to be trusted with it. Since 1916, that's been us. You've seen our cranes on the horizon. You've walked through our work without knowing it. You've counted on the facilities we helped build without ever saying our name. We've been right here the whole time. We're Bigge Crane and Rigging, and this is our story.
Bigge was founded by my great-grandfather, Henry Bigge, in 1916. It started as a trucking business where Henry Bigge would haul trunks from the Oakland rail station to people's homes.
In 1917, Henry Jr. dropped out of the 8th grade to work for his father. In 1925, Henry Bigge Sr. died. His son, Henry Jr., was 21 years old when he inherited 3 worn-out trucks. Henry Jr. grew the business the only way he knew how. He drove the trucks and operated the machinery himself, soliciting every job he could find around Oakland.
He went from hauling trunks to heavy loads. He needed a way to offload the heavy loads from the truck to the place where the commodity had to be placed.
Sears was a big company back then. You could go down and get the hand tools, but you couldn't go down and get the rig solutions.
Bigge put together a prototype of the first modern truck crane. With that piece of equipment, we bid and got the whole sewer outfall project in the city of Oakland, just this one piece of equipment.
Henry took the design to the crane builders at Bay City and convinced them to build it as a production machine. That design set the standard for decades. Bay City came to call him the father of the Bay City cranes.
In the 1930s, there was a lot going on in the Bay Area. We were building 2 bridges, the Golden Gate Bridge and the San Francisco Bay Bridge, hauling girders and flooring to the bridges. In the 40s, the Bay Area became very involved with the war effort, building ships in the shipyards, hauling large ship pieces from the manufacturers to the Kaiser shipyards in Richmond.
Henry built Bigge into a strong local heavy haul, heavy lift business. His son-in-law, Brock Settlemeyer, expanded the footprint and took on the most complicated lifts in the country. When the nuclear renaissance swept the United States, Brock was positioned perfectly.
Not only the Northern California, but the U.S. at large. Bigge played a major role in nuclear power from day one of the nuclear power industry and set more reactors, more steam generators, more turbine generators than probably everybody else combined in the nuclear fleet in the U.S.
In 1994, the next generation stepped in. Weston Settlemeyer grew up around this company, and he saw a different future for it.
My foundation at Bigge started in the field. I was an iron worker. I spent 2 years as an iron worker, and it gave me a great appreciation for how serious this business is.
And he had this vision of turning Bigge into a crane company, not a heavy lifting, heavy hauling company that did cranes. The transformation was remarkable. The growth was inconceivable. I don't know how he's seen this, but he could see the future.
For nearly a century, Bigge grew and thrived on the West Coast. Then it went after the biggest crane market in the world, the Gulf Coast.
My dad was a great teacher. He taught me a lot of things. One of the things he did teach me that might not have been correct, or certainly wasn't one of the things I decided to listen to, is he said you should never go to Houston because it's too competitive and you can't make any money down there.
Nobody was calling Bigge or calling Brian Noga saying, come to Houston. Nobody was. And everybody there's coin operated, and for a dollar more everybody bounces, and the rental rates are terrible and you can't do it.
We came to Houston in 2008.
And then in 2008 and 2009, in the big crash, I was going around repoing cranes. So we had to bring all those cranes over the Jersey shores, and that's how that yard got started.
At that point in time, we had, 50 to 75 cranes on rent down there, and it was growing quickly. That was at the end of October, I'm gonna say 2011.
But basically, Houston started as a piece of dirt.
We had rebar sticking out all around the yard to where we had people, puncturing forklift tires, puncturing crane tires. I can show you photos and tell you stories about cranes getting stuck in the yard, being, up to the axle, stuck in mud. And
the entire crawler team was working out in the yard under tents and awnings.
It just felt like a really close-knit family, and there was never, this is your work, this is my work. It was, this is the job that needs to be done, and how can I contribute to get the job done safely, efficiently. We went from a 6 to 12 crane fleet, quickly up to 50, and then all of a sudden, it exploded.
We were the largest crane provider in Houston within 4 years of us arriving.
It's extremely rewarding to see the seeds that the Bigge group planted 15, 16 years ago start blossoming and producing fruit.
The business is 50 times bigger today than when I started. Bigge is the world's largest bear rental fleet.
It's just been a ton of fun going from really nobody that even made the dinner table to, in some instances, we're at the head.
How do you do it? You do it by trying to do the right thing. Say what you're gonna do and do what you say you're gonna do. And in my opinion, that's how you get repeat business.
Every time we have a luncheon, the owner of the company, Weston Settlemeyer, is up there asking everybody, what do you need? What can we do to improve your work? How can we help you? So the culture and empowerment of people is unreal. And that's what I think makes Bigge so special.
Some of the best ideas I ever got was from a kid who showed up first day on the job. I was like, why aren't we doing that? I was like, that is the best idea I've ever heard,
I've always thought that and said that I think Bigge is an entrepreneur's dream. If you have a great idea and you have support in doing it, if it makes sense, it's green light go, it's all gas. And in doing that, one of the ideas that came during one of our executive offsites was an innovation department.
We didn't have a dedicated person that was embedding with the company and finding inefficiencies, and that's kind of where it all started. Ever since then, we've kind of just been focused on discovering, developing, and deploying solutions that help various parts of the business do more with less.
One thing that sets Bigge apart from everybody else, the word nimble. Decision making. If there's a good deal, go jump on it. If there's action to be had, go do it. We can move faster than anybody in the industry to make the right decisions as fast as possible.
We just don't stick to the script. When you stick to the script, you don't go anywhere. And you gotta take chances.
I took a lot of risks to get the business to where it is today, and I lived this company for the last 33 years, and I put everything I had into it. It's no surprise we are where we are today, looking at it from today, but there were many times when you sort of wonder, what have you done?
You have to believe that you work long enough and hard enough that good things are coming, and then make them happen.
The biggest thing that energizes me in the morning is we made it 110 years. That's awesome. However, we're not even close to the finish line.
When you think about what all has happened in the country and just in the world in the last 110 years, and for Bigge to persevere through all of that and continue to grow like we have, it really gives you a sense of pride about working for Bigge and doing what we do every day.
I think the closeness that a family-owned business has with the employees can't be duplicated by a publicly owned or private equity-owned business.
A lot of companies will talk about, oh, it's a family or whatever. But I mean, with Bigge, well, first of all, it is family. I mean, it's a family-run company. It's a family-owned company for 110 years. I mean, who hears that?
I was blessed to find myself here, and those blessings have continued now for years because I find the work challenging, and the things that I've learned, friendships that I've developed, such a rewarding experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
It's huge, 21 years. I always say I want to finish here, but how many people get to work at a place for that long, 20 years plus? A huge part of my history, a huge part of me.
This is it. This was where I want to retire from. I mean, we've grown by leaps and bounds. My son's there, and he's like, "Mom, we saw Bigge in town," and everybody knows. I'm very proud of Bigge.
If I could live to be 100 and do what I do now, I'd want to do it with Bigge. I really would.
Once you've seen the land of milk and honey, I mean, why go anywhere else, man?
I'm the president of a 110-year-old privately held company. It makes me proud, and I think it will make my kids proud.
I think about where this next century will take Bigge, and I believe that Bigge will be here for the next century.
There's not too many 110-year-old companies in this country, let alone the world. And for the family to make it better each generation is unbelievable. When I'm retired in 15 to 20 years and I'm talking to my kids and they see a Bigge crane, I'm going to say it's been around for 150 years. It's now in the 5th and 6th generation, and they're still going strong is an amazing feat, something you can be proud of, that you helped build it, because none of this happens alone.
You know, Bigge's just been probably the biggest blessing that I could ever ask for. My family's in a great place. It's a dream come true.
What's been particularly rewarding for me is knowing that when I leave this earth, this business is going to be here long after I'm gone. My mission in life is to make sure Bigge continues. I want this to be a legacy business so that other people can have the same amazing life that I've had and so many people have had here, and really shaped their way of life.
Boy, it's been a great run, man. A really good run.